This is what you wanted and you got it. The grass is not always greener on the other side. You can't backtrack towards me. I'm not your backup plan.
Mike devoured Natalie and left no crumbs. Besties, you need to sit down for this tea because it's so hot it's spilling over. Our Natty Nat has a major relationship hangover. Big yikes. And you get no extra points for guessing who she's swooning over. Yes, Natalie's era of major regret has officially begun, and boy is she obsessed. Breakups are a big deal, and Nat the cat is having a tough time of it. She and hubby Mike separated in December 2020, and things have only gone downhill for Natalie from there. The journey from 90-day Fiancé to 90-day The Single Life has been anything but easy for this dating diva. Longtime 90-day fans remember that Natalie moved from Ukraine to Seattle to marry Mike, only to ditch the poor guy to pursue a career in acting and modeling.
Sorry about everything.
Okay. Find American girl and be happy, okay?
After moving to LA and embarking on a very rocky relationship with modeling agency CEO Josh Weinstein, Natalie decided to call it quits there, too. Huh, are we really surprised? And it seems that she's still picking up the pieces of her broken heart.
All my dreams just feel kind of disappear at one time. Because we had a plan with Josh. Now I don't have a plan.
Guess she just can't put her big girl drawers on and move on. Girl just got humbled and took an L.
Idiot! Oh, what a loser!
And now she's swooning over this bizarre fantasy. Yep, Mike's former ladylove just opened her heartstrings and gushed about her big reunion dream. And guess what? It's nothing short of Oscar-worthy. Former Mrs. Mike just spilled that she had always thought that she would come back together with her hubby, Bennifer style, and that this idea was always right there in her mind.
I always had in the back of my mind that we could come back together like J-Lo and Ben Affleck or like other people did.
We guess a girl can dream, but our girl here, she believes in fairy tales too. She totally took it up a notch and said that it was magic and that she was gonna come back together with her husband. Is this a certified case of delirious or serious? We'll let you decide. She said that she and her husband worked together pretty well.
The rice is done. We're almost
Don't
ready.
touch me.
We're
You
almost
don't
ready.
respect me. And you're drunk. Oh my God, I'm scared of you.
Okay, we believe you, but Natalie's haters are having none of it. She's getting roasted on the internet. Concerned ladies who remember Nat's treatment of Mike first time round had some well-meaning advice, which basically said, "Run, Mike, run!" And fans are pouring gasoline to fan the flames. Now that Josh is on the outs with her, accusations are flying that Natalie only wants to cozy up to Mike to secure the bag. People are throwing shade left, right, and center. Talk about instant clapback. And the cherry on top is this unbelievable twist. The fact that Natalie is uttering these proclamations of love for Mike in the very cozy apartment that Josh, not Mike, but Josh, got her is pretty wild. Mike, of course, is living rent-free in Natalie's head. And some fans are frankly not amused. They're questioning her very audacity. Yep, things are heating up on 90-day The Single Life as Nat is toying with the possibility of doing the unthinkable, building bridges with Mike. Sigh. Now, some viewers are going as far as calling her and her mom manipulative. Let's take a hot minute to dish the gossip on Nat's mama. Now, we all know her mom cannot keep herself away from her daughter's relationships. The lady is chemically addicted to stirring the pot and splashing that tea all over the place. And, well, this time's no different. You won't believe what she just did. Admittedly, it was a little extra. She decided to play Cupid. And set up a dinner date of sorts for Mike and Natalie. According to Mama, she wanted to do it because of what Josh put her daughter through.
Я сама позвонила Майклу. Да. И пригласила его сюда. Это так нечестно со стороны Джоша.
We mean, she could have just gotten her some ice cream and the matter would have been done and dusted, but we guess she doesn't like to do anything halfway. So not only did she play matchmaker, but she also lit that tiny flickering flame of love that Natalie had for Mike into something bigger. Is it false hope? Probably. But now Natalie's gushing about having feelings for Mike, and thinks Mike does too. Yada yada and the whole 9 yards. The girl is going emo. But Mama hid her biggest surprise for later. Natalie and Mike's paths finally crossed at the farmer's market, where the two wasted no time in greeting each other with a warm hug. And then Mama stepped in to drop the big bomb. Never one to beat around the bush, she was quick to cut to the chase. Mama went straight for Mike's jugular and told him point blank that it was time for the two former lovebirds to be buddy-buddy again and to kiss and make up. Well, not in those words, but here's what she said.
Майкл, сейчас просто идеальное время. Нашей семье сдружиться.
There's no mincing words with Mama. A bit awkward if you ask us, and it's giving us a bit of the ick, but it's time to grab that shovel and dig a little deeper. Dig, dig, dig.
Gee, I couldn't do that to the little guy.
What's the quiet part that Natalie and her mom are not saying out loud? All of this seems a bit sus, won't you say? So, what are the Mama-Natalie duo keeping under wraps, and how does Mike fit into all of this? After studying the internet, here's our theory.
Take a look at this.
You be the judge. Let's go back to the sperm bank fiasco. A juicy backstory is all we need to make sense of this bizarre turnaround. After bidding ta-ta to Josh and ditching the idea of a sperm donation, Natalie barely wasted a breath before she zeroed in on her latest target, her ex. Is this Natalie's come-to-Jesus moment, or is it because she wants Mike to be her baby daddy? Come to think of it, how badly does she want a child? Okay, now Natalie might have been clueless when she set foot in LA all googly-eyed to be with Josh. Admittedly, it also must have sucked when all her plans tanked and went up in smoke. Just like that non-existent wedding ring that Josh never popped on her finger. But is this any reason to run after Mike like a possessed being? We think not. Even if she wants to be a mom really bad and her mommy dearest is also piling on the pressure, didn't she give Mike the boot because she wasn't happy with him? After her fizzled romance with Josh, she's now talking about Mike bringing light into her life.
I have a lot of mixed feelings, but on the other hand, I hope Michael will bring some light into my life.
Say what? Don't be that codependent, girl. Mike never signed up for that. Only you have the power to bring light into your life. Of course, it can't help that Nat's mom is planting all the wrong ideas in her head. Here she goes again, fueling her delusions. She's talking about Mike being in love with her even now.
Может, он тебя любит. Даже вот через столько времени продолжает любить.
Here's the dealio. If Natalie can bag Mike's attention once again, she'll have it made in the shade. Not only will she have a marriage and a plan, but also a child that appears to be at the top of her to-do list. And we can clearly see why. Natalie and her mom are both obsessed. And well, Mike's not a half-bad guy. Looks like fate has another curveball in store for Natalie. She's gonna be shook.
If we start talking, and would we consider ever coming back and have a child together?
She totally didn't get the assignment with Mike. Okay, that's an understatement. She was pretty much sleeping on their relationship. But watch how the tables have turned. Now, while Natalie might still have the hots for Mike, he seems to have moved on. Ouch.
No.
No. Why?
Because I'm ready to move on, Natalie.
Natalie's big ideas about getting back with her ex just might crash and burn. But she sure is taking crazy to a whole new level. Her latest jaw-dropping move will leave you shocked. So, Natty decided to try her luck at the Mrs. European Universe beauty pageant. But here's where it goes completely bananas. Natalie is competing as, a certain Mrs. Youngquist. And fans are not just confused, they are livid. Yep, the idea is not sitting too well with them, it seems. Now that Mike is in a much happier space, they don't see how it's Natalie's business to take on her ex-beau's name. Well, here's a catch. They are not divorced. Not technically, anyway. The papers never made it to the courthouse. Now, here's where we are confused. Is Natalie truly, madly, deeply in love with Mike? Or is it a manipulative ploy to avoid the hard work of growing up and rebuilding her life? we know one thing's for sure. Mike is having none of it. Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, shame on you. The vibe check is not giving us a good feeling. What do you think is going on between these two? Do you think they still have a future together? Drop your thoughts in the comments below and be sure to subscribe for more 90-day gossip.